Shalom, shalom, shalom to the hopefully elect of Israel. First off, I want to start off and give all honors and infinite praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who have taught us his truth and who rule well. Peace and safety and salutations out there to you sincere and you hopeful elect. Scattered abroad across the four winds of this earth. All right, I'm your fellow servant, Malakia, coming in with another lesson today. All right, this lesson is going to be going into the job sectors. You know how there is not going to be any work for Egypt. And there are many things happening within the economy that the economists they're not telling you the true things. I believe it's I forgot the job report, not the GDP. Man, I can't think of it right now. I have to actually look it up. But it's also a lot of it's called high impact news. When you look at it, especially with stocks, it goes into the growth of the economy, and I believe it was last month they said they added so many different odd jobs. Okay, so if they added these many different jobs, and how is it that many different plants are closing down, such as you just seen just recent going in with PepsiCo. You got like Red Lobster. You got different restaurant chains just falling. Okay, not hiring anyone. They're just closing down, closing up shop. It was even a spot that was over here called Sweet Tomato. I think it was a sister store or something from up north, but that one is nowhere near in Florida anymore. So if they're adding all these different jobs, then how come the people aren't getting hired? And this is all biblical prophecy, because the scripture says that there was not going to be any work for Egypt. It's getting to the point to where the Lord is shutting down this place. Okay, he's shutting down the economy. Because these elites, okay, who are moved by Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, okay, they're pulling the plug on this place, man. They're trying to bring chaos and riots. All right, so where to what? People have no money. All right, they have no way to get different resources such as food, water, etc. Okay, you can't even really depend on the government as well because the government basically is broke. So if you don't have a certain type of skill set that's going to be able to get you through in these times, all right, you're going to catch pure hell. And as many people out here catching hell. So here's, I'm going to play a couple quick videos before I get it. I'm going to play this video right here. It says the realest recruiter. I don't know, whatever her name is, but this is a video from TikTok. So it says, I have applied to 150 jobs and I am still unemployed. I've applied to about 150 jobs between October to now, and this was what? This was last year. Okay, so how much more? No, this was this year. No, last year, 2023. So how much more now?
Applied to about 150 jobs between October to now, and I'm...
Guys, people are really underestimating how hard the job search is in 2024. Hundreds of applications, hundreds of rejections, being ghosted by recruiters, getting to the final round, and then being rejected. The job search in 2024 is absolutely brutal.
I've applied to...
That's one. Now, was it
this? If somebody's making $2 million...
A lot of people are struggling. A lot of people feel like the expectations are crazy. It's too much politics. All I want to do is get in here, learn, and help you.
Let me see.
Like, why the fuck is the job market so motherfucking ghetto right now? Like, it's so ghetto. Like, if you got a job, you better hold on to that motherfucker tight. Like, hold on for dear life. Like, you need to stay with the job that you are in. If you don't like it, just deal with it, suck it up. Because, baby, the job market right now ain't it. It's not it. You could be going on so many interviews, ain't nobody calling you back. You could be in group interviews, ain't nobody dealing with you. Like, why the fuck is the job?
All right. And there's a lot of resources out there stating that Indeed was like ZipRecruiter, different recruiting places for people to get jobs. People get, called in for group interviews, or they go into actual interviews. All right, but they don't get the actual job. They get ghosted. They don't get a phone call even stating them, telling them that they are getting hired. You know, we have a lot of ghosts, pickings, dealing with different job listings. You know, you can apply for the job, but guess what? You don't get nothing back. You got things dealing with the even with the unemployment. They're not accepting a lot of people. And, you know, I'm laughing because even myself, you know, they didn't even want to accept me, but it doesn't really matter because, you know, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua made a way for me to even get into stocks, to learn that, you know, so not really focus on the whole job sector, but when it comes to the regular day people out here, they catching hell. A lot of people are catching hell. They're not saying nothing. And I seen another one that was on here. It was a, oh man, I wish I would have kept it. It was a, here it is. Where is she? She got pregnant. There it is. Here's one. It says, got pregnant, lost my job, and now I'm moving out my apartment to start over because life is taking SS8. Ass, man. This is what's happening in 2024. The scripture says, especially you women, you careless women that are at ease. Ye careless daughters, you know. Many days and years shall you be troubled, you know. And you're living in that time right now. You see, people are not ready for what's going on, man. What's about to happen. So you see it, best websites for job hunting. You got Job Market 2024, not hiring. Job Loss 2024, Tech Job Market, especially the tech job. You don't really need. Hey, you got AI taking over now. You see, this is all a part of this man's plan, the system. All right, that he's getting ready to incorporate. So now I have here. Was it this one? Okay, here. So now, job loss this year, October 2024, I typed in. So you have from Morningstar, it says October job report forecast show a sharp but temporary slowdown. Right. It says U.S. labor market plodding along, but jobs becoming more scarce. And this was 3 weeks ago. People got job fairs, you know. It says weekly jobless claims dropped 15,000 to 227,000. Continuing claims rise 28,000 to 1.897 million. Okay, it says the new home sales increased 4.1% in September, and the median new house price unchanged at 426,300 from a year ago. Okay, so the data is showing otherwise, that the economy is not good. You know, when you go definitely into economics. Now here it is from CNN, you know. But can you trust CNN? But it says U.S. economy added a whopping 254,000 jobs last month. Okay. And how could it have added that many different jobs and people can't find jobs during the job market? You know, that's what we're seeing. It says U.S. job creation roared higher in September as payroll surged by 254,000. See, people can't get jobs, man. It says U.S. unemployment rate. Okay, I can't really go off that one. So let me get this one. Now, if you haven't heard, I'm going to the PepsiCo shutdown in Chicago. People woke up one morning to go to work, and they couldn't even go in. I'm sure their badge wasn't working. All right. And I'm sure they took down the top people that worked there for the longest, you know, because they had all the different retirement savings and all that. They had to get rid of those people. So here it is. It says PepsiCo abruptly closes plant on south side of Chicago with hundreds of workers laid off. Come on, man. What time you think we living in? Slap in the face. Abrupt closures of last Pepsi plant in Chicago leaves workers unstunned. PepsiCo abruptly shuts down Chicago facility, leaving 79 workers jobless. Come on, man. This is what's going on right now. Let me just play this quick clip. It's 2 minutes, 42 seconds.
Today, a Pepsi bottling plant that has been in Chicago for decades closed unexpectedly. Shocked employees at that Southside plant are suddenly unemployed. Our Christian Farr spoke to some employees who woke up ready to go to work today. Christian.
Yeah, they were ready to go to work, Alex. They found out at about 5:45 this morning that this decades-old Pepsi plant was going to be closed for good. Pepsi says the building is pretty old, has its physical limitations, and these employees are trying to figure out what they're going to do next.
I came to the lunchroom and everybody's there. He says, sit down, everybody sit down. The guy says, I'm sorry, but we're closing the plant. The plant is be closed now.
For 45 years, Juan Gonzalez says he worked as a forklift operator at this back-of-the-yards Pepsi plant. But Gonzalez and several other employees were told this morning that the plant was shutting down for good.
I'm in shock, basically, because, I didn't think this was going to happen. We were given no notification, and I'm working Friday and then can't come to work Monday.
They told us that the plant is not doing good. There's other facilities around that's going to be closed.
Teamsters Local 727 representatives were surprised with the sudden closure that happened shortly before 6 this morning. Union reps say the closure comes just months after finalizing a new 3-year contract involving a little more than 70 union employees. And recently employees were told that this Pepsi plant was doing well.
If you had asked me, is this facility going to be open another 10 years? I would have looked you in the eye and unequivocally said yes.
In an emailed statement, Pepsi representatives said the decision to no longer operate at 51st Street is a difficult one. This is a more than 60-year-old building that has physical limitations. Our top priority is to support our employees during this transition. Pepsi says employees will receive full pay and benefits for the next 2 months. But longtime employees, like 29-year employee Daryl Smith, say more needs to be given to him and his fellow workers.
For people that's been there for 20, 30 years, give us our retirement early. People that's been there lower, place them somewhere else.
And they will be fighting for that. Union reps say that they're going to meet with Pepsi on Wednesday in hopes of figuring out exactly why this plant is closing after telling them that it was doing so well. And they're also going to work on increasing those severance packages. Reporting live here in the back of the yards neighborhood, Christian Farr, NBC.
And you see, that's what's going on. That's what's going on, man. Let's get this. It's the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12. This is Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, especially speaking to you Israelites, okay, to return back, okay, to come back unto him, to Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Because as we see, as we see the U.S. economy closing, we're seeing different things changing within the economy, all right? Why are you trusting in Egypt? Let me get that right quick. Because many of our people are just trusting into Egypt, and it's going to be like that when they when the sea help come. They're going to lean themselves onto this system, but this system is not going to be for you. All right, so here's the book of Isaiah, chapter 31. Verse 30. Isaiah 30:1. Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with the covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. All right, especially this job, all right, sector, it helps Jake even further their wickedness. They got the resources, they got the money to do the different things that they want to do, the different devices. They got the leisure. All right, they all about the money. But here it is, the Lord is breaking that down, especially you rebellious children, all right, of the nation of Israel, man. You're trying to put another covering over yourself, over than what you're supposed to do. All right, the Lord's given us laws, statutes, and commandments, okay, for us to clothe ourselves, all right, with righteousness, okay. It reads on, verse 2, it says, that walk to go down into Egypt and have not asked at my mouth. Okay? They didn't even ask you how Shem Yahweh Shai to help them. All right? They looking at what they about to do. I'm sure that none of them didn't pray. I'm sure a lot of them cried. It is what the northern tribe cat. Come on, man. 40, what is it, 30 years or 40 years it said? I forgot. That's a lot of years, man, to give yourself to a whole company that didn't give a shit about you. They just giving you a little severance package and sending you along your way. You see? Turn to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man, because Egypt is not for you. It says that walk to go down into Egypt and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh. All right. It says, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt, man. Many of our people trusting themselves in this fucking wicked place. All right, they trust the system. All right, they trust everything that deals with it. All right, they rather be a servant, okay, to another servant. Okay, it says, therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. Look, the people don't understand what's going on. They're confused. They don't know what to do. All right, there's strength in this place, man. All right, in America, in the government. All right, they're trusting in this place, but it's gonna be your own you being confounded. All right, confused, bewildered, not knowing what's going on, know which way to turn. And ultimately, it's another way for the Lord humbling a lot of our people down so that they can see Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, because they've waxed themselves so fat. But the stripping away, all right, is increasing, all right, as the prophecies and everything is increasing. All right, so let's close out here in the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, straight to the point. I started at verse 3, but the point is verse 4. It reads, it says, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. Okay, so many of these people, all right, their hope, all right, is destroyed. Okay, their hope, all right, is at the point of where, excuse me, their hope is in a point of where they have no hope. Here it is. You done worked all your prime years working for a job who don't really care about you. You know, the jobs, all right, they're ceasing. They're very few. Your hope is gone. Okay, you got the economists. All right, these chief economists, these people who are in power, they're looking at the data reports. Okay, and they probably understand and they see what's going on, so they gotta lie and say that these different jobs are being added, okay, to make the economy look like it's doing good. But all in reality, these people are trembling because they know that this place is falling, know this place is getting ready to go down. It says, and the doors shall be shut in the streets. And we seeing that. Doors of these different businesses, all right, these brick and mortar businesses, they're falling. Everything is switching to the internet, becoming digitally. It says, when the grinding is low, ain't nobody getting jobs. People applying for jobs, not even getting it. It says, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. All right, all your entertainment, okay, all that having fun, going out, doing what you wanted to do. The Lord's cutting that down. Okay, He's cutting everything down here in Babylon the Great. Okay, so this is going to be your confusion. This is going to be your shame that you trust in the shadow of Egypt. Okay, and for the elect, keep looking. All right, hastening. All right, to the coming of our Lord, because it's getting real close. It's getting very, very close. We're seeing the sea hip come. All right, it's already here. It just hasn't manifested to the point to where it's all mandatory. I just did a video the other day going to the self-checkout lines. Come on, man. Everything is getting geared up. They got the drones. They got the security. They got the cameras. They're getting ready to put the biometrics and the data. Everything is compiling all together real soon, man. So don't trust in the shadow of Egypt. All right, because this will be your shame. All right, so hey, Lord willing, you find this lesson edifying. All right, to you, Akim wa Akwath. I want to give all honors and infinite praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakak Badash, Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who are taught us as truth and who rule well. Peace and safety and salutations out there to you sincere and you hopeful elect, scattered abroad across the four winds of this earth. All right, I'm your fellow servant, Malakia. Shalom.